Okay, everybody, welcome back to Vegas Tips and Tricks Weekly. This is our first show of 2023. We've got the new backdrop, and this is not our permanent backdrop, but it works for right now. It kind of gives me a chance to record in our spare bedroom while the wife is sleeping. And she does have to sleep quite a bit during the daytime because she works overnight. So, um, been fiddling around with the computer a little bit over the last few days. Hopefully, the video quality that we have today will be a little bit better than what we've had in the past. I didn't really know how to quite tweak the iMovie settings so that we could get a full 1080p broadcast, but we should be on that tonight. If we're not, please do let me know so that I can play around with that a little bit more. Definitely been a learning curve getting to know the MacBook, and but certainly a lot of great features here. And who knows? We may be coming into the summer and fall. We may be have like the iPhone and the iPad and all this stuff. We'll be cool. I mean, we'll have to drink lattes and stuff, but. So yeah, as I record this, we're about 72 days from our next trip to Vegas, and as many of you see this, 71 days. It'll be 10 weeks from Sunday. So getting excited about that. It's always good to have a trip in the bucket, so to speak, in the planning. And we have that put together, and should be a couples trip, which is great because, as many of you know, the September trip for me was kind of, I don't know, bittersweet. The last few days I was really kind of struggling with that, but wife will be joining me in March, and should be a good time. Right now we're booked up at Vdara, which I think is a really good choice. Haven't stayed there before. And that's one of my New Year's resolutions for 2023 is to check out some new properties. And you do get comfortable with places that you enjoy. I know I've frequently commented on Bally's, well, now Horseshoe is a really good place to stay. I've commented on my stays at Planet Hollywood and how much I've enjoyed that. In recent years, I've commented on how much I enjoyed Luxor. And even with some of the downtown properties, El Cortez or Plaza, I've had a great time at those places. But there's a lot of hotels in Las Vegas I haven't stayed at yet. I think, for example, like Venetian, Palazzo, I haven't even stayed there. MGM Grand might be a good choice for John Timber. Might be able to put together some kind of big event, find like a really good suite, that kind of thing. So there's a lot of places I want to check out. And when it comes to Vegas, you're never really sure how long anything is going to last. And so it's always a good idea if there's a property that you haven't checked out that you want to stay at, it's an opportunity to do that. The other place we did look at pretty seriously was Park MGM, and it would have been cheaper. But the rooms themselves, not quite as functional. I do really like having the fridge for some beverages and food and that kind of thing. And as I've mentioned in the past, from my experiences and from those of many others, Vdara has such a full-featured kind of property. It's more like a little condo than it is a hotel room. So I think that'll work out really well for us. She wanted a place that was non-smoking, and well, Vdara is both non-smoking and non-gambling as far as it goes. But we will be, I'm sure, spending quite a bit of time over at Aria. Park MGM is nearby. Bellagio is nearby. Planet Hollywood is nearby. So that's some things I want to look at. And I don't know. There is a possibility that I'll book a night at one of the downtown properties while they're there. I'm sure we'll head down there maybe Monday or Tuesday night on the trip because we've had a lot of good luck and had a lot of fun downtown. So maybe we'll do that. And maybe we'll get a room for the night at, like the D or Four Queens, maybe even Circa. Who knows? That would be pretty cool. I'll get to check out some of those places. But I've been to Vegas so many times. This will be trip number 51. It just feels like I should have stayed everywhere by now, but I haven't. So thinking about some of the places that I want to get to, obviously Resorts World is on that list. I do want to get back to the Strat, which I haven't stayed at for quite some time. Yeah, maybe I'll even have to say it's Circus Circus. I mentioned Venetian, Palazzo. Maybe check out Treasure Island again. I don't know. And otherwise, it's mostly kind of South Strip properties. MGM Grand, Park MGM, Tropicana. I don't know how long it'll be Tropicana. But those will be some good ones. And then, as I mentioned, downtown Circa, the D. Have not stayed at Four Queens. Have not stayed at Golden Nugget. Maybe if the price is right, I'll check that out. Although that's never really been a property I've enjoyed staying at very much. I don't know what John Timber is going to bring. That's, wow, my 60th birthday. It's amazing I've lasted this long, but maybe I can last another, well, literally 8 months. 8 months from today as I record this is my birthday. So hopefully we can make that work. And so we'll have to check out something for that. Maybe we'll do something special. We've had some people with some ideas about where we might hold events. They'll probably be the equivalent of some open house kinds of moments where, we're all hanging out together. Maybe find a large casino bar or, just casino area, period. And then there'll probably be kind of a smaller celebration for more or less invited guests. We'll see. We've done, over the past couple of years, had a lot of good luck with the Mark Timber events at Ellis Island. So we'll see if that happens here. But there have been some other suggestions and sound like some good ones. And we'll see what happens with that. But I'm just hoping to make it that long and hoping to see some of you there. I'm probably going to miss a lot of people in March, a lot of people going during what is essentially spring break for a lot of people. It's spring break around here as well in Lincoln. It's sure it would have been as well if I was still down in Kansas, but the prices are absolutely ridiculous. And just really have a hard time justifying it. And since I could get off almost easier the next week, we went ahead and went with that. What are some other resolutions in Las Vegas this year other than staying at some new properties and spending some time there? I think I should try to play some new games. We had a really good time back in July playing some of the bubble machines, you might say. We had some really good luck playing the roulette machine. But, craps, blackjack, those games can be kind of fun. I know typically they don't give you a lot of tier credits or reward credits, so I'll have to look into that. But I think that's kind of fun. Maybe this will be finally the year that I actually play live craps. If some of you are coming in John Timber and you have played live craps, maybe you could be the person who actually introduces me to that, because does seem like it'd be kind of fun. I have played live roulette before, so that one's not quite as much in the mix. A lot of stuff going on in Las Vegas over the next 12 months or so. The Grand Prix thing is going to be pretty remarkable, but unless I win the lottery, I won't be there for that. I don't know if any of you have noticed, but the MGM Sphere is really coming along, and that's going to be an amazing thing to check out. I'm sure there will be new residencies announced. I've really enjoyed the concerts that I've had an opportunity to attend in Las Vegas, and so hopefully I get a chance to do that. Maybe this is finally the year that we see a Cirque du Soleil show. Maybe we'll do that in March. Everybody's got an opinion here on, how that works. The wife is not a big Beatles fan, so she does like Michael Jackson. So I'm thinking maybe MJ1 could be a good opportunity for a Cirque show. But if you have one yourself, please do leave it in the comments below. Also need to check out some of those restaurants that I haven't for a while. Now, sorry, Andy, I know you're not a big fan, but I still have a couple, now two, Gordon Ramsay restaurants I haven't checked out. They have the new one at Harrah's, and then the original sort of Gordon Ramsay steak at Paris. Would like to check that out. But, if there's, and I know there's a number of like Bobby Flay burger outlets now. Is there still a Bobby Flay restaurant at Caesars or out at Palms? I don't know. If you know, leave it in the comments below. I really enjoyed my visit to Mesa Grill several years ago, so I would be interested to see if Bobby has some new things to introduce as well. So some new games, some new restaurants, some new shows, some new experiences. Hopefully get to meet some new people. I know there's a few people. Might have a chance to pass crosses, cross paths with in March, and maybe a few others in addition in September. That is probably going to be the extent of my trips this year. We've had a lot of expenses with just moving and getting settled here, so that's probably going to be my 2 trips this year. I have thought about extending the trip in September a little bit longer. It may be a 5 or 6 day trip, just to try to take advantage of that. Now, this week I did receive in the mail my MGM Rewards MasterCard. And it's kind of a funny story because I applied for it online one night and I didn't hear anything back. Now, it was right around the holidays. I think it might have even been right around Christmas Eve that time. And so I, after a day or so, with no really acknowledgement, I went ahead and applied again. Well, the long and short is I got approved. I got the credit card in the mail today. And the same day I got the credit card in the mail, I also got a message. Well, I got an actual mail piece from the bank that issues the MGM Rewards MasterCard, which, by the way, is FNBO, which I think is First National Bank of something. And it rejected me and told me the reason I was rejected is because I already had a card. So, just be patient. If you discover that you've applied for something you haven't heard back, give it a few days at least, particularly over the holidays. But I'm excited about using the MGM Rewards MasterCard. I know my friend Kevin, Vegas Visual, had given me some feedback on that. It has no annual fee. It automatically upgrades you, as far as I can tell, to Pearl status with the MGM Rewards Company. It also gives you access to those sort of premium exclusive check-in lines. And if you've ever been to one of the large MGM properties, particularly on a weekend, particularly when everybody's trying to check in, there can be lines that look like they could last 30 or 40 minutes. But you go over to the priority check-in area and it's 1 or 2 people tops. So I thought that'd be worthwhile. I do actually earn reward credits, tier credits. So I think this year also, and it was last year as well, is going to be a year where I'm going to focus my gambling primarily on the MGM properties. Hopefully Cosmopolitan will be joining into that mix as well, so that can become a part of that. I have not done a lot with the My Vegas app, the My Konami app lately, but I still have quite a few points on there. So I'll probably use that for some free play here in the spring in a few weeks. So that won't be anything really different. Let me know. I've been around Las Vegas. I've checked out a lot of the off-strip properties and some of the off the beaten path attractions. So again, if you have some ideas about some places to go, maybe rent a car for a day or 2, either in March or September, and get out on the road. Had a really great time in July, just having a car, being able to drive around and check some things out. So if you've got some casinos or restaurants or anything that you think would be worth visiting in 2023, please let me know. And certainly my hope for Vegas in 2023 and for all of you is that, we're seeing some kind of scary signs again, that everybody stays healthy. I got another one of those COVID shots. There you go. So I'm trying to keep us all healthy here. And hopefully that will remain throughout the year. And hopefully all of you will have an opportunity to visit Las Vegas, have a great time, and in some cases, maybe get a chance to meet up with you along the way. Now, next week, when we get into sort of the meat and potatoes of Vegas Tips and Tricks Weekly, we're basically going to be starting over. That's going to be the title of next week's episode, Starting Over. And we're going to be, it's going to be kindergarten for some of you. We're going to talk about Las Vegas. We're going to be talking about taking trips to Las Vegas, what you need to do, what the smart moves are. And so hopefully you'll join us if you've been with us in the past, and hopefully if you know some folks who might need some good quality Vegas advice, you'll let them know where to go. Until then, please take care of yourself. We will talk to you soon. Till then, have a great, lucky, healthy week. We'll see you all again real soon. Bye-bye.